Hello, students and grown-ups. Are you ready to do a drawing from the bug's eye view? We have to think that we are very small and everything around us is very, very huge. And we're going to draw a snowman from that perspective. And I'm going to show you how to do it. For today's activity, you are only going to need simple materials, something to draw with, some paper, any kind of paper. I have even been telling the friends, get a notebook. Look at this fun notebook I bought. And it's got this little graph paper on it, which is totally fine to draw on. And I thought, then all your artwork, you can even write the word art on the cover, and then all your artwork will be in one notebook. And then when we do finally get to go back to school, you could bring this with you and you can share it with your art teacher. So if you could get one of these, that would be so great. But honestly, any kind of paper is fine to use. You can use the back of an old paper. If you have, this is like printer paper, notebook paper is fine. Any kind of paper is fine. And something to color with. And that's all you're gonna need. Let's get started. Now, we're doing our drawing as if we are a bug very low to the ground and we are seeing a huge snowman in front of us. But before we start to draw that, all you really have to be able to draw for this project is a curved line and some snowman details like a triangle for like the carrot nose, eyes for a snowman, and nothing, it's not too complicated. The lines and the shape that we're going to be using, it's making it seem like it is from a bug's eye view, which is a little bit tricky. The things that we're going to draw are not hard, but when we put them together, that's when it starts to look really exciting. So I suggest that the friends always draw with a pencil so they can erase, but sometimes I'll draw with this black marker just so you can see it better in the video. So the first thing you want to do is decide which way you should have your paper, the horizontal way or the vertical way, and I'm going to tell you this way works out better if you're going to draw one snowman kind of towards the corner going out, and this way works better if you're going to draw two or more snowmen. So you have to decide, and I'll show you both ways, but right now I just want to draw one snowman. And so if we were a little bug looking up at a snowman, the bottom circle would be huge, and that's where this curved line comes in. So just in the corner of your paper, make a curved line. Can you see it? Okay. I'm going to go over it with my black marker just so you can see it a little bit better. But I suggest drawing with pencil. Okay, and now the next thing that would be a little bit higher up would be that middle section, and that's going to be just another curved line, maybe a little bit more round. And I'll outline it with the black marker so you can see it better. And then the last part of the snowman would be this, definitely more round, would be the head, and then also all the fun details that you might see around the head. For example, before I go over with the marker, like put a rectangular shape right here with a circle going down, and that could be the scarf. Hat. Is he wearing a top hat like that classic snowman hat? It would be like this, right? And could do the buttons. Oh, and to do the buttons here, you would have to draw this button really small, but then make them bigger as they went down. You see that? And if you wanted to add in, you know, the arms, you can. Some stick arms, that's fine. And I'll go over all this with a marker just so you could see it a little bit better, but this is pretty much it, right? I told you it was simple, but it's just getting them put together properly. And you want to remember, the higher up, the smaller things are. And then of course, you want to finish your picture. You want to color it all in, nice and neat, with lots of control. You've got all this space in the background. That's sky, right? You can color that in like the sky. You can put clouds. This should all go, you could put some fun stripes on the scarf, and I'll go back and show you a little bit more about coloring this in just a minute, okay? Now, before we start coloring our other picture, I wanted to just show you quickly what you would do if you wanted to make a picture that had maybe two snowmen kind of looking down at a ladybug, or a ladybug looking up at two snowmen. And it's the same thing, except you put your paper the horizontal way so that you can fit two in, because when we did it the vertical way, well, we just really fit one snowman in there. So if we do it this way, we can fit two, and they will be similar, but they won't be. I'm gonna add that. Won't be exactly the same. That's the scarf. I just added that in first before I did the head. You know, you can make your details a little bit different in each one of your snowmen. But you also, you know, the snowman has got that classic 3 circle body. But like maybe this snowman will be wearing that kind of a top hat. And this one could be wearing like just a winter hat with a pom-pom on it. That's fine. Gotta do those. Carrot noses. Oh, I kind of screwed up there. Here, we'll make 2 big eyes. There we go. Perfect. And, you know, you can make the scarves be a little bit different. They don't have to be exactly the same. But you'll take your time and you'll be adding in those extra details that will make your picture look amazing. Those stick arms. And how fun is that? And I would say challenge yourself. Maybe draw one snowman the first time, just to kind of get used to it, and then try to do another one with more than one snowman. And please draw in pencil first, and you don't have to outline it in black, but it does help you see it a little bit better, okay? And now let's talk about the coloring. Coloring is next. Okay, I pulled out my crayons, and I just keep all my crayons in a bowl near my workspace so that they're always ready for me. And I never throw out the broken peeled crayons. I love to use them, especially for a project like this where there's lots of white. I think it looks unfinished when you leave too much white space in a picture, so you have to do some things to make it look more complete. and that's where these little pieces of broken crayon come into play. So if you could have a broken crayon, you can peel the paper off of it, and the snow is white, but what if you just took the edge of your crayon and kind of did that and rubbed it along the edge of that? It really adds a little something special to your artwork. And if you could ask your grown-ups to let you get some crayons, they're really fun. I love crayons. I think crayons are better than markers sometimes because crayons last a lot longer than markers, and you can do a lot of fun things with crayons. And markers just seem to dry out so fast. So I've got that beautiful, like, kind of shaded effect now on my snowman. Is that something else or what? And now I can go and I can color in the rest of the details just with some like traditional coloring. And I know that some friends like to color in the big empty spaces in their backgrounds using like a crayon rubbing, where you can put it on something that's a little bumpy if you want and color it in, or you can pick a different colored blue crayon and you can rub it on its side to color in those big spaces. Sometimes coloring in a big area, your hand gets so tired, but if you want to rub it a little bit like that, but just make sure you do it fully because you want your picture to look finished and you really want it to be done looking. And if you don't really, and you could turn your paper too, if you don't color in all the way or nice and dark, it doesn't look finished, and you don't want it to look unfinished. You want it to look amazing. And what a fun winter decoration this could be to hang up in your home, or give it to someone so they can hang it up in their home. That would be a nice way to cheer some. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, and it would be fun too, just some little kind of, I'm just drawing some really simple like snowflake-ish lines. That's a great way to fill in your background, to just make it look a little more finished. You want your artwork to look nice and complete, not like you forgot to finish it. And then of course, the little areas, you have to just color it in with control. And this is a great way to finish your artwork. And you have to color in the stick arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish coloring real quick. My drawing's finished and it's so cute. I really love how it came out. I love how I did that in the background too. And maybe you have some other ideas that you want to add into your picture to make it look more like a bug's eye view. I can't wait to see what you make. And your teachers all love it when you show them your artwork, so be sure to show them your finished project